Hello, and here we have Meta. So this is going to be an interesting earnings. I mean, we have everything here like Google, Meta, Apple, Amazon. I think it's everything reports in the same week, if I'm not wrong. And then next week we have elections. So the whole point of it is whether it's going to give the move in this week or it'll wait for the election to give. So most of the tech stock which are part of the Nasdaq and S&P, and if they are a good holding percentage, then in order to hold the indices uh, in a balanced mode for the election, chances are that we may not see a very big move either up or down. Probably not down, but maybe not a very big up as well, like we had for Netflix. uh, it was a good move, but it was still uh, not, it didn't go as far as the high which has already hit. And here the high hit was 602, 603 actually. So the thing is, in 2021 it hit 384 high, then crapped all the way back to 92. And since then it has been constantly going up. Some consolidation here of March 24 to August, so a few months of consolidation, and then it tried to break out from here. So we can say this was its rest period. Now the thing to note for the cycle thing is, from the low of 988, the cycle target is 1089. Okay, now this will happen in time again. Okay, it's not tomorrow, it's not day after, it'll happen in time. Okay, we have to also give consideration that this is a very big move, non-stop, constant move from almost 2 years. Okay, so and hence this 540, 553, this will become very important going forward to say that the continuation of the move up will happen, or it would want to test a little bit lower. So that's why this line should be read in order to do the differentiation. Okay. So below this, we can have weakness, and as long as it's staying over 553, 561, it should be okay. The reason I have 561, 563 is because of this low. The low it made was 561, and around here also, and you're 553. So that's why this range is there. And from there, you could see whether weakness or not weakness. Now, currently, the important thing is, let's say this low is held, then of course your 600 mark, the even number crossover is there, but your 625 will be an important level to cross. So technically the range is 625. The range is 625 to 554, 553. So the stock can move in between these two lines if it hasn't decided a direction. Now, the close was 578. So 578 to 625 is a upward resolution. But in terms of movement, this is a big resistance to cross. If it crosses here, then you have this, 660 to 750 range is opened. Okay. This second target of 768. So, somewhere there, 750 is an even number, and all that above 625, the possibility of 680 to 750 or 768 is opened up. Okay, it's like the Netflix move. So this is why it's important to note what happens after between 600 and 625, and what happens if it goes below 560 or 553. So this is where your Meta is. And if at all I would decide to play this, I would buy time, because of course it's a costly, I mean, the options, if you play, then they are definitely costly. And we also need to give enough time for it to act out in either direction, because if a lot of people are interested, a lot of people are betting on Meta, okay, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, then sometimes premium killing is the best option. And since we have election next week, we have to account for that as well, in case they don't move the stock too much. Now the 625 December call is $19 approximately, and it's a bit costly to play for earnings, which means you'll have to add some protection to protect this $19, and that can become a little bit more costly. So probably tomorrow I'll see if I can do a calendar or something like that. What do we have to? This is November 1st, right? So 650 is calendar is, and if I go, so this is a good 885 is good, and then adding some protection will 530, around 530 I want to add. What's the expected move? Expected move is 45 points. So it'll bring us here. So it should bring us to the actual level of 530. So 530 is your one cycle level below. So that's why this number is again important. So, 553 to 525, it can dance and still do nothing. Because what I was noticing is all October earnings every year has resolved to downside, but then it goes back up. So the initial move is down and then it goes up. So since 2020 was up and then down, and since 2021 till last year, October has resolved it down. So will it do the same this year? Don't know. It can, it may not. So assuming that this is also looks like, a good structure to, go up. So we have this exposure from 600 to 625, 650, and then down structure to, 560 to 530. 529 is your number. So, so approximately it comes to this breakout. So you see all the cycle numbers are properly aligned to how the stocks behave, or rather it's the reverse way. The stock behaves as per the cycle numbers are there. So that's why, designing the trade becomes a little bit easier. So, if you go, let's say it is 525, I just be a little bit safer. I'm just speculatively doing something, and because tomorrow at so this is 538. So I'm just doing November 29 in case, um, if the move happens, then it happens faster, then, I can get, so 8, 9, 10 is 13 or $14. So $14 for the total play is so much better than just going through one call. And let's say the stock doesn't hit 650, it's around 625 or something. I could buy back the short leg and my 650 December would still be up very nicely. So that's how, I do it generally, so that, you don't pay in too much, but you still have good play. And if, let's say, the stock stays above 625 or so, then I will have the December 650 call, which, can reward very well if the stock wants to trade above 650. So this is how I think, in terms of options, where how to optimize the money you put in, and also how to optimize the different points where it can hit, and always with respect to time. Time is very important when you're playing options. Buying time is very important, especially if there is a lot of important events coming in between. Like election is a very big important event coming in between, and uh, currently people are speculating, but the reality will only unfold rather, when the actual election results actually start coming out, and we'll see some volatility going on in, and after the volatility settles, we'll get the actual direction. So in order to curb all that, in order to account for all of that, we have to think in terms of, how to adjust with time. So currently I've just done December. For some of the things we have done February also and March as well, because it not only takes care of the election, it takes care of the Santa season, it takes care of the start of the year and the next earning also. So it gives you enough time to play a longer swing than just, go in and quickly get out. Now, if the stock makes a fantastic move, then You don't have to stay in, and you book your profits, or you roll your call, or you adjust it such that you take out some capital, take out some profit, and still be in the game. So that's how it is. And hopefully, uh, you guys like understood, what Meta is doing here. One of the things which only is telling me is, this straight move up, on a 6 monthly basis or on a quarterly basis, it hasn't gotten a rest at all. So this is the only risk we are looking at. Doesn't mean it cannot push one more candle up. It can definitely do, but that's where we keep adding the risk. So we just need to be aware of the risk exposure versus the stock movement, action. So all the best to all of us, and hopefully it's Diwali season here in India. So hopefully the goddess of wealth is in our favor and we make good mullahs. So uh, like and comment, and tell me how you feel, god damn it. Sorry, my body is hurting, so the words are not coming as well. So but the whole point is, let's go and make some money. Okay, thank you.